If you want to use Audacity for music, whether you're recording a song, building a beat, or layering instruments at home, this tutorial will walk you through the basics step by step. Audacity is a free and powerful audio editor, and once you understand how to set up a session properly, you can record, mix, and polish your music with a lot more confidence. So if this video helps you out, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software tutorials. Let's start with project setup. Open Audacity and begin by creating a rhythm track. Go to Generate, then click Rhythm Track. This is one of the easiest ways to build a timing reference before you start recording. Set the beats per minute, or BPM, to match the speed of your song. If you are working on a faster track, increase the BPM. If it is a slower song, lower it so the rhythm feels natural. Once your settings are ready, click OK, and Audacity will create a metronome-style rhythm track for you. Now that your timing guide is in place, the next thing to do is choose the correct input source. Go to Audio Setup, then Recording Device, and select your microphone or your instrument interface. This is a very important step because if the wrong device is selected, Audacity may not capture your audio properly. If you're recording vocals, choose your mic. If you're recording guitar, keyboard, or another instrument, select the interface connected to that source. Once your setup is ready, you can start recording multiple tracks. Go to Tracks, then Add New, and choose Stereo Track for your first instrument. This gives you a clean starting point for your project. When you're ready to record, press Shift+R. This is especially useful because it creates a new track as you record, instead of overwriting your metronome or your earlier layers. That means every part of your song stays separate and editable. After recording your first part, you can add more layers. If you want to hear only the part you already recorded while adding something new, click the Solo button on the track header of your previous recording. This mutes the other tracks temporarily, so you can focus on the layer you're building. Then repeat the same process for vocals, guitars, keys, or any other instrument you want to include. This is where Audacity becomes really powerful, because you can stack each performance on its own track and shape the song piece by piece. Now let's talk about mixing and panning. On the left side of each track, you'll see the gain slider, marked with plus and minus. This controls the volume of each track, so you can balance everything properly. For example, if your vocals are too quiet, bring the gain up a little. If your guitar is overpowering the rest of the mix, lower it slightly. Small adjustments can make a huge difference in how professional your song sounds. Right next to that, you'll also find the pan slider, marked with L and R. This lets you move instruments across the stereo field. A common setup is to keep the lead vocal centered, then pan guitar slightly left and right to create width. This makes the mix feel bigger and more dynamic without cluttering the center of the song. If you're working with multiple instruments, panning can help each part stand out more clearly. For vocals, you can also smooth out volume changes using compression. Click Effect, then Volume and Compression, and choose Compressor. This helps reduce loud spikes and brings quieter parts forward, making the vocal track sound more even and polished. If your singer has a lot of variation in volume, compression can really help make the performance sit better in the mix. Once your levels are balanced, you can start polishing the track with effects like Reverb, EQ, and more. Reverb can add space and depth, while EQ helps shape the tone of each instrument. For example, you might reduce muddy low frequencies on a vocal or brighten a guitar so it cuts through the mix better. The goal is not to overdo it, but to make each track fit together naturally. One of the best things about Audacity is that it is a linear editor. That means every instrument has its own track, and you can edit each one independently without ruining the rest of the song. This gives you a lot of flexibility during editing and mixing. If one part needs to be trimmed, moved, or adjusted, you can do it without affecting the whole project. And if your recording is slightly offbeat, don't worry, you can fix that too. Use the selection tool by pressing F1, then highlight the clip you want to move. After that, drag it left or right until it lines up with the rhythm track. This is a simple but very useful technique for tightening up your timing and making the performance feel more locked in. So that's the basic workflow for using Audacity for music. Set up your rhythm track, choose your recording device, build multi-track recordings, adjust your mix with gain and panning, add compression and effects, and finally, fine-tune anything that is offbeat. Once you get comfortable with this process, Audacity becomes a really handy tool for songwriting, demo recording, and music production. If this tutorial helped you, please remember to like the video and subscribe for more simple Audacity and music production tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.